It's raining at Beaver Lake. Well, the parking area. We didn't really plan on this, but it's beautiful and it's peaceful. I'm doing dishes. Geesh, my bags are packed. All my bags are packed. I'm ready to go. Anyway. Hey guys. I thought I would leave this on while I did dishes. And right now, you are in a cupboard. Be nice to have a dishwasher, but I don't have one. So I'm doing it the old-fashioned way. There's my box of bags on top of the Hoover vac, the built-in Hoover vac that I never use. I mean, I vacuum, but it's vacuum. Yeah, I don't know really what to talk about. Can you hear over the water? One thing I was thinking about today was candies. Or things that you used to snack on that are hard to find now, or they don't make anymore. I remember this candy called, it was called Four Treasures. It was like a chocolate bar. That's what we call them in Canada. We call them chocolate bars. We don't call them candy bars. Sometimes we do, but they're chocolate bars. Because most of them have chocolate. So there was these ones called Four Treasures. They had 4 different flavors, and they were really good. They're like a Cadbury caramel liquidy center, but they're different flavors. Do anybody remember those? Or was it just my era, like 60s, 70s when I was a kid? I used to buy Mr. Pibb, and Mr. Pibb was a kind of a copy of Dr. Pepper, and I'm surprised they could get away with it, but I guess recipes are kind of hard to copyright, aren't they? Because how does anyone know that you stole it? So I would drink Mr. Pibb. This is me as a kid. Get my allowance. And my parents, God bless them, they never made us save. It was all up to us if you wanted to save money or not. My parents were, I mean, they weren't overly liberal, but they believed that, you know, you had a certain amount of personal freedom. So anyway, so I would get my allowance, and I would go, and this isn't always, but I would often get a Mr. Pibb, a chocolate bar that was either a Fat Emma or a moon pie, or these European chocolate bars called Vercade. Well, I don't know, maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong, but Vercade, Vercade, something like that. And that would be like the bee's knees. And sometimes you'd have money left over. I mean, of course I'd have some money left over. And you'd go and you'd get mixed up candy. And we'd go down to this corner store and we'd get they had all these little bins that were open. And I mean, those were the days. And the people would go in with their bare hands and they'd give you mixed up candies that were actually like a penny or 2 cents or 5 cents, and put in a little brown paper bag, little small one. And I'd bring them home, and my mom would always say, "Oh, they put their dirty hands all over that. You don't know how clean their hands are." So she's always worried about us catching something. So what else? There's this stuff called Fun Dip. I'm not sure if they still make Fun Dip, but it's kind of like this candy tablet type of thing. And then you would dip it. You would like lick it and then dip it in powdery flavored sugar. Really healthy, but do kids care? No. That was good. I don't know if they make that anymore. And sometimes you get a chocolate chunk, and those are always good. Or you'd get some Red Hots, or I would get black licorice. I'm one of those people that love black licorice, like the real dark stuff that's like a cigar shape. There's so many people who can't believe I like dark licorice. And they're like, how can you like that stuff? I like it because it's good. It's got a good flavor. Maybe it's a German in me. I don't know. But I like it. I have everybody wanting to get candy after this. But I was just thinking about, you know, the candies and things. They had this Kool-Aid. It wasn't really Kool-Aid, but it's like Kool-Aid coffee when I was growing up, and it was called Freshie. And I always remember one of the flavors was called Freckle-based strawberry. And since I had freckles, I like that. So then there was a time when I'd go to the Sears, when they had Sears, and a candy counter, and I'd get barbecued, a white bag, paper bag of barbecued peanuts, and they were always like warm. They were so good. But they still make barbecue peanuts, so. Yeah, I don't know. There's a time when a lot of kids would eat like Tang. I remember a friend of mine, Shelly, go over to her house, and we'd sneak in the cupboard, and we'd pull out Tang, packets of Tang, and we'd pour it in our hands. It was like pre-sweetened flavored, like a drink. absolutely no nutrients in it. But the astronauts drank it. Oh, we used to be able to get roast chicken potato chips here. The only place, well, this is as an adult, the only place I could find it was the Marks and Spencer store downtown. And I used to go down there specifically for roast chicken potato chips. You probably could find that somewhere else, but we don't have a Marks and Spencer anymore. So, one of those memories. So, and there's Pixie Sticks. I think they still make Pixie Sticks. Horseshoe Suckers. Don't think they make those anymore. I remember those little wax Coca-Cola, those little wax cola bottles that you would bite the end off and drink the little syrup inside, and sometimes people would eat the wax, which you're not supposed to do, but some kids have weird habits. I mean, yeah. You're looking at a girl here who used to drink once in a while out of mud puddles because I saw the dogs and cats doing it, and I wanted to be a dog or a cat when I was like 5. So it probably helped my immunity. I hardly ever get sick. Knock on wood. So I don't know, guys. I thought it would just be kind of interesting to talk about candy. I still love like Red Hots and Mike and Ike's. Just the Mikes, not the Ikes. Just kidding. I still like Twizzlers. What else? Don't know. But anyway, when you're a kid, candy is it, right? And what did you get when you went to the movie theater besides popcorn, if you got it? I would always get Good and Plenty's. Yeah, it just wasn't a movie time without Good and Plenty's. So that was another thing. Can't think of anything more. Maybe this is going to be a short one. But it's the first time I did a video doing my dishes. Yes, I clean. I'm a clean fiend. Well, not totally, but I'm clean. Let's just say. Anyway, guys, I guess I will see you next week, or if I feel like doing a video ahead of time, I will do a video. I'm trying to keep away from the politics lately because they draw me in too much and I get angry, and I don't want to be mean to people who I may differ with, as much as I don't understand why they are one way. I just have to accept that everybody's different, and when we get into the name-calling realm, which I don't, but when they do, and when we get close to that, I just feel like it's gone too far and I have to leave. And so I'm trying to keep away from politics. I went to a restaurant for the first time yesterday in a long time. We had to line up to get in. It was very empty. In fact, I think there was only one other group of people sitting at a table, but all the doors were open. It was very airy, and in between eating, we put our masks back on, and we had hand sanitizer. It was a whole thing, but we did it because we wanted to go out and have a meal. I had a Beyond Burger, and it was so good. I went up to Maddox Farm, to the little coffee place up there, and they actually had to take my name and phone number as well as the people I was sitting with, because it was kind of a new way to track where people were and what their names were, and in case anybody got the virus, and they'd know who was next to them. And so that was a first, but it was a nice experience. It was raining like crazy yesterday, and we even had a bit of hail, and We do need rain here, though. It's usually rainy here, but the past few years we've had a lot of dry weather. So anyway, it was nice to get out into a kind of a more public place and see one extra person besides John. So it was a nice time, and I'm glad I'm doing it. And I just want to remind everybody to please keep safe. This is a real virus. It's not a fake. It's not a phony. People don't die from phony viruses. And however this virus came to be, we don't know. There's conspiracy theories. There's some practical theories. I don't know. But the point being is that it's a real thing, and we just have to be careful. The mask that you wear is not to protect you, it's to protect others around you from your droplets from your mouth. So yeah, don't get the idea that it's to protect you and you can wear it if you want to, because it's all about you. It's not. It's about other people. Anyway, are we ever going to stop talking about this virus? I mean, so I start with candy and I end with the virus. Okay, guys, I will see you next week.